Good morning and welcome to Inside Texoma. I'm News Channel 6, Melissa Kakarika, and today we're taking an inside look at Idea Wichita Falls. So I'm joined by Scott Manley from MSU, who's kind of heading up Idea Wichita Falls this year. Good morning.
Good morning, Melissa. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Great.
Well,
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about Idea Wichita Falls since you're here?
Sure. Well, in a nutshell, Idea Wichita Falls is a business plan competition. You know, small businesses are the backbone of America's economy. In fact, over the last 25 years or so, the small businesses have generated about 2/3 of all of the net new jobs that have been created in the United States. So they serve a critically important role in the economy. Now, since the Great Recession, small businesses have struggled. A lot of reasons for that, but recently they've started to gain some traction, and now there's actually more businesses starting than closing. So small businesses are making a comeback. With so many new jobs created by small businesses, we at Midwestern felt that it was critically important for us to serve that vital role in economic development. So about 7 years ago, Dr. Jeff Stambaugh and some others at Midwestern came up with the Idea Wichita Falls competition, and it's all about creating the opportunity for entrepreneurs to have those new businesses in the local economy. And
yeah, especially, you talk about kind of nationally how important small businesses are, but especially here, in Wichita Falls or
Absolutely.
the other Texoma cities, right?
Absolutely. It is very difficult to get these smokestacks, to get the big businesses to come in. And everybody here does a wonderful job in getting new businesses to come in and getting to industry to come into the economy. But we really just felt like there was a gap that we could serve to help the local small businesses get started.
So what type of challenges do these businesses face as they're trying to get started?
Well, the most important challenge that they face is really the access to resources, to have the financial resources and to have the intellectual capital, to have the knowledge that they need to succeed in business. So Idea Wichita Falls is about matching those resources with the small business owner. We've got a great assortment of prizes, a great assortment of in-kind and financial resources that small business will have, as well as access to small business experts to help them through the process. The Idea W.F competition is about access to capital, but it's also about the process that you go through to start the business, and it's about getting feedback as you go through that process. And then finally, it's about those prizes. It is about the winners of the competition.
So who, I guess, is eligible? What type of ideas might you be looking for?
Well, it is about ideas. First of all, we'd like to say that. It is Idea Wichita Falls. So it is about imagining a new business and designing that business and then engaging with the business community and acting on your idea. So it is, we're open to new ideas. We're open to new businesses. There are some real specific things that we're looking for small businesses to enter into the competition. We want those small businesses to be very focused on solving a real business problem in a new or an innovative way. While we love our local mom and pop yogurt shops or local restaurants, we are looking for the next big thing. So what we would really like to have is businesses that are going to hire new employees. We're looking for businesses that are going to grow their business base outside of the Wichita MSA. We're looking for businesses that would get at least 50% of their revenue from outside of the metropolitan area within the next 3 years. And we're looking for businesses that plan to hire at least 3 new employees within the next 3 years as well. So we need them to have a good idea that solves a real problem, and they really need to focus on solving that problem. They really need to think about how they're going to do that in a new or an innovative way. So another requirement is that firms need to be headquartered here in Wichita Falls, and they agree to operate and locate here in Wichita Falls for at least the next 3 years.
Well, that just kind of fits right into the fact that this is about economic development.
Absolutely. So we are serving the Texoma area, but we want those businesses to be headquartered here. We've got a great group of local providers, a great group of entrepreneurs who have invested in the plan, and a great group of businesses who provide the in-kind services. So we're very excited about this opportunity, and now is the wonderful opportunity. It's the time we're just getting started with the competition, and we have some some opportunities for entrepreneurs to learn more about the competition coming up very soon.
Now, does it have to be kind of just a seed of an idea that hasn't started yet, or can it be somebody maybe who's done a little bit of work already?
Well, we've actually got a couple of different categories. We have the startup category, which is for the new businesses, maybe that haven't gotten started yet, or if they've gotten started, they haven't gotten any traction yet. We also have a growth category, which is for businesses that are less than a couple of years old, that have limited revenues, no more than a couple $100,000 in revenues for the last 2 years or so. And then that's another category, but we also have a judge's choice category, so we would have 3 winners. The judge's choice would be the judge's favorite. Who do they like, and who do they think best fits the criteria of bringing new jobs to Wichita Falls?
Okay, and then at one point there are prizes at the end,
Absolutely.
right? So how does that work?
Well, we do have a panel of expert judges. There's 5 local judges who have agreed to donate their time and their expertise to the competition, and those judges will select the best ultimate business plan. But there is a very specific process that we take those entrepreneurs through to get to the end, to the game. It's not just about the prizes that they can earn at the end. It is also about the process that they need to go through. Mm-hmm. Everybody has had the idea of starting a business, and statistics show that about 60% of all Americans at some point in their life are going to be self-employed. So this is an opportunity for them to get the skills that they need to succeed in their business before it actually happens. So even if somebody's thinking about starting a business at some point in the future, this is a great opportunity for them to learn more about that process and to get access to those resources and to learn about what's out there to help them. So we are proud to participate with the Small Business Development Center at Midwestern State University with their wonderful staff. They provide assistance as the entrepreneurs go through the startup process. They provide coaching and counseling and guidance as the small businesses prepare their executive summary for their business plan that they turn in. And they also provide guidance and feedback on the business plan as the entrepreneurs polish their plan and get ready to make their final pitch to the judges.
Okay, well, we're going to hear a whole lot more about the process, some need-to-know dates that you're going to want to know if you want to take part in Idea Wichita Falls. And we're going to hear from a previous winner from last year about how this actually did help them, give you a real-world example. That's all coming up on Inside Texoma. Welcome back to Inside Texoma as we take an inside look at Idea Wichita Falls, and I'm joined with a previous winner from last year, January Jones, who you may know a lot of different ways in the community, but today we're talking about your business. So yes. Your business is called Buttons and Bows.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what is that?
Buttons and Bows is an online retail store for children's clothing. It is equally boys and girls clothing. So I'm a mother to a little boy, and it's for little boys. It's tough out there to go and find cute boys clothing, and so I decided that I was just done with it, and I was going to open my own clothing store that had equal amounts of boys and girls clothing that was trendy clothing that was also affordable. And so I decided to open an online store to where it was available to everybody, no matter what time of the day. I'm a working mom as well, so I couldn't just shop sometimes during the normal business hours. So you can sit at home in bed and be able to shop online anytime. So that's where my idea came from.
Okay, so then at what point, I guess, did you kind of get involved with Idea Wichita Falls?
Well, a good friend of mine and supporter, Kevin Goldstein, reached out to me, and he was like, January, you should, forwarded me the information. He goes, I think you would be a great fit for this. And he kind of told me about it, and I was like, well, okay, well, tell me, what do I have to do to be qualified? And he's like, well, you need to at least have, I think it was 50% of your income has to be coming from outside of Wichita Falls. And I was like, well, check. I've got that going on. It's online. So, about 80% of my income comes from outside of Wichita Falls, and or sales, I guess I should say. And then he said, well, you need to have, 3 employees within, 2 years of winning the contest if you were to win. And so I was like, okay, well, that would be a goal of mine anyways. And so I was like, I think I could do this. And so I put my application in, and and you don't really realize what kind of process it is from that. Everybody that applies to be a part of this is, it is a process, but it is such a learning process as well. I've learned so much about myself, about the business, as well as my own business. But I was able to grow my business so much just through the whole idea process anyways. Being a winner or not, you learn so much about your business, yourself, and ways to grow your business, more than I ever thought I could possibly do.
Of course. Now, you had your business going on for a couple of years before you even got involved with the competition, right?
Well, it'll be 2 years this holiday season. So at the time of submitting my application, it had only been a year.
Okay. So what, I guess, challenges had you faced just in that first year and getting it off the ground?
Well, I mean, when you think of having an online store and you go live on your, out there with other millions of websites, people aren't just going to flock to your website. I mean, it's just sitting out there in, in the Google world, as I guess you could say, that people aren't just going to know about it. So, and I think I knew that, but I think it's just finding the ways to get people there and to get people to recognize you and be able to find you. And I think that it's, being able to find ways to make yourself marketable, be able to use your resources, but be able to use them with limits inside your funding that you have access to. And so you have to be able to do that research and find out, what is your piece of the pie that we like to call it in the Idea Wichita Falls. So you have to be able to find out what that is and, what is your obtainable piece of pie, and, being able to find out ways to go out there and get it, and ways to go out there and market yourself and find yourself ways to be unique. And I knew ways to be able to go out and make myself unique. I've been in sales for 18 years, and so I am very knowledgeable in regards to that, but I think it's just being able to pick up some areas maybe that you are not knowledgeable in and be able to piece it all together. And so I think that's where I was able to really just be able to learn a lot and piece all of it together, and be able to make some changes with my business along the way. And I feel like I've come so far, and it's neat to be able to see my business grow more and more every single day.
Yeah. So you mentioned this was a process. What was it like for you? I mean, just give us the brief
Oh
rundown
my
of
gosh.
what you did.
Yeah. I mean, you start in, this time of the year, and then the winners aren't, announced until April, and I just don't think that I even knew that going into it. And I do have a full-time job on top of my business, and so I have to be able, being a single mom, I have to be able to make sure that is my priority, and I put my business up there as well, and just being able to, manage it all and be able to put all the time and effort into the Idea Wichita Falls as well. I never start anything unless I can give it 100%. That's just not me. And so I'm going to give every bit of it 100% that I can. And so being able to make time for all of it was definitely a challenge, but I knew that I could do it because I knew that it was important to me. And so it was my business. So I really, really wanted to give it a shot and see if I could do this. And so it was very rewarding. And I just loved it. It was very, very, very accomplishing at the end, and something I was very happy to be a part of, and I would do it all over again.
Okay. So towards the end, you've put together your business proposals.
Yes.
You've worked with the mentors. You've done all the different steps, which we'll talk a little bit more about.
Yeah.
Then at the end, you ended up winning the judge's choice. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
So what was that like? What did that entail for you?
Well, you get the $6,500 worth of cash in prizes, and so it's like some cash, and then you'll get your in services, and which is just fantastic, and get to do all kinds of things get to meet other people, like a bunch of the sponsors and things out there, and be able to get to meet with them, and they get to help you grow your business and give you the mentorship part of it, and you get to make your little videos and that they show at the end, at the award ceremony and things like that. And so, it just all comes together, and they just really highlight all of your accomplishments. So
Were you surprised? Were you excited? What
Oh
was
my
your
gosh,
reaction?
I was very surprised and very excited. I think they had pictures of me actually bawling. So yes, yeah. So obviously I was very excited.
So how is Buttons and Bows doing today?
It's doing tremendous. You know, this is very much a busy time of the year for me. Everybody is shopping, getting ready for the holiday season. So spending a lot of time preparing for that, making sure everything is online, ready to go, inventory is correct, got enough in stock and ready to go. So we'll be at a lot of events locally and out of town, just getting ready for everybody and ready for those online shoppers as well. So,
is there a website if people want to check it out?
Yes, it's www.buttonsandbows, and Bows is spelled BEAUS.com.
Okay.
So, yep.
Well, thanks for sharing your experience with us, January.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to talk a whole lot more about exactly how you can get involved with this and participate, the whole process. It's coming up on Inside Texoma. Welcome back to Inside Texoma as we talk about Idea Wichita Falls. Scott Manley is back. We've talked all about the benefits of Idea Wichita Falls. Now let's get down kind of to the nitty-gritty here, how people can get involved, because there are multiple steps, right?
Sure, absolutely. It is very much a process, and January mentioned that it's more of a process than she had imagined. But what we've tried to do is to develop a process that makes it easy to follow, easy for the competitors to get information. First of all, the first step, if someone is interested in entering the competition, they should visit our website. That's www.ideawf.com. We've got all of the guidelines, all of the rules, all of the information that they need to enter the competition. We also have some orientation sessions coming up. We highly recommend that the competitors attend an orientation session, although it's not absolutely required. At the orientation session, which lasts about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, we will go through just the basics of the competition and give them the rules and the guidelines. It's an opportunity for the entrepreneurs to network with one another, to begin building their network, and also to network with the Small Business Development Center people. So there will be people there from Midwestern, from the Small Business Development Center, and the competitors. The first of those orientation sessions is coming up on Monday, October the 26th at 5:30 p.m., and that will be at the Dillard College of Business at Midwestern in room 189. After that, we've got a couple of other sessions coming up, October the 29th, November the 4th, and November the 10th. We want to give everybody plenty of opportunities to attend, so we have them scheduled and organized at different times of the day. So the sessions are identical. The entrepreneurs don't need to attend all four. Just one would be sufficient.
Okay.
After the entrepreneurs attend the orientation session, they should begin working on their executive summary. The entry process does require that the entrepreneurs fill out a written application to join the contest, and they will also turn in a copy of their business plan's executive summary, and they will submit their entry fee. The deadline for businesses to enter the competition is at 5:00 p.m. on Wednesday, December the 2nd. So they need to have all of their materials submitted to the Lalani Center by that time. Once the field of competitors is set, our panel of judges will review the executive summaries, and they will select 15 semifinalists. After we select the 15 semifinalists, we'll notify those competitors who've been selected to go to the next round on December the 16th. Once we've selected them, they'll attend some how to write a business plan sessions that'll be taught by the excellent staff at Midwestern Small Business Development Center. And they can work at that point with the Small Business Development Center consultants and counselors to go through the process of refining and improving their business plan. There'll be several of those sessions that will be held at the beginning of January. Once the competitors have completed their business plan, they'll need to turn it in by February the 24th, and we'll select 6 finalists at that time. Those finalists will make their pitch in person to the judges, and the winner will be selected and announced on April the 13th at a luncheon at Midwestern. So we've got a very much of a process for them to go through.
Yeah, a lot of dates for you to remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there are a couple different categories of prizes or of winners,
Absolutely.
right?
We do have 3 different winners, and I believe that January mentioned this as well. We have our 2 different big prize winners are the Startup Go category would win a prize of $12,000, and we have our Expansion Grow category, which would also win a cash prize of $12,000. And then we have our Judge's Choice winner, that's $6,000 in cash prizes. And all 3 of the winners do receive in-kind services. We have a wonderful, wonderful dedicated business community that has agreed to support our winners. We have 3 accounting firms, we have 3 law firms, and we have 3 marketing firms that have agreed to support our winners. In addition, we also have an HR consulting firm and an IT network consulting firm that will provide in-kind services to the winners as well. So we have a great prize package. We also have a wonderful group of resources, a group of local business people that you have access to as well. We've got about 30 business partner investors in the competition, and those investors all provide their time and resources, and the entrepreneurs will have the opportunity to work with those entrepreneurs and those investors in the competition once the competition is complete. I'd also like to acknowledge the City of Wichita Falls through our 4A fund, through the sales tax, optional sales tax fund. They are a huge financial sponsor for the Idea W.F competition, so we have to mention them. They are very important, critically important. They provide the financial package for our winners. So we're very appreciative of them, and as we are of all of our sponsors.
Absolutely. And now just tell us a little bit about the judges. You mentioned earlier they're looking for really unique ideas, problem-solving ideas, right?
Absolutely. We need businesses that solve a real problem in the business community, and it needs to be either a new or a unique solution to those business problems. It doesn't have to be a completely earth-shattering or earth-changing idea. I mean, where does the next big idea come from? It may be right here in Wichita Falls, but it does need to be a new or unique solution to a real business problem. And the best winners are those that solve a problem that most of us face every day.
Well, obviously we talk so much about the winners, and everyone wants to win and get those prizes, but I think we've kind of made the point that you win even if you don't win, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think January mentioned this in her segment. She felt like even if she had not been one of the financial winners, that she was also a winner simply because she got so much exposure and got so much expertise and access to resources that she wouldn't have otherwise had. The consumers win because there's expanded consumer choice. The Wichita Falls business community wins as well because of an expanded tax base, as well as additional employees being added to the tax rolls here in Wichita County. And Midwestern obviously wins as it's our opportunity to give back to the business community as well. So we believe that we all win. It's just a win-win-win situation that everybody who's involved with it believes it's a wonderful opportunity for the business community. It's a wonderful opportunity to help economic development, and so many people pitch in and believe that they're giving their fair share to the economic development efforts of Wichita Falls.
Absolutely. I know you're new to the process this year, but it seems like all the previous winners have gone on to be pretty successful, and as you said, it's been a great experience for everybody.
Absolutely. I believe we've got some great past winners, and I look forward to continuing to develop the relationships with them. Through the Leilani Center, we continue to serve the business community, and we continue to look forward to many years of winners to come.
All right, I know we threw a lot of dates at you, so if you need information about those dates again, the website's the best way to do it?
Absolutely. The best way to get information is on the website. It's at ideawf.com. So interested people can go to www.ideawf.com. Alternately, they could give me a call there at the Leilani Center at Midwestern. My telephone number is 940-397-4366.
Okay, and they can find all the information, all the forms there, right?
Absolutely. Everything that someone would need to get started in the competition is available online. But again, we do strongly encourage people to attend one of the orientation sessions and then take advantage of the resources, because it is such a process. We want entrepreneurs to feel as if they're not alone in this process. We provide hand-holding and assistance throughout the competition. And that's one of the most wonderful things that the entrepreneurs tell us that they get from it is the access to the resources.
Great. Well, anything else you want the viewers to know?
Well, I just appreciate the opportunity to come out and talk with you this morning. And I look forward to hearing from some of these wonderful entrepreneurs in the community. So if you have an idea for a new business or a better way of delivering a product or a service here in Wichita Falls, we'd look forward to you entering the competition. Even if you know someone who's interested in starting a business, or maybe someone who needs a leg up in business, we'd love the opportunity to talk to them. We'd love for you to make a referral to them. That's the best source of competitors that we have, is the business owners in the community getting out there and referring people. I believe you heard January mention that she was referred to the competition by one of her contacts. So we just ask that if you know of someone, or if you want to get started in business, that you give us a call.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Any idea could end up being the big winner, right?
Absolutely. We've had lots of different ideas and lots of great winners.
Well, News Channel 6 will continue to follow the competition as those finalists are narrowed down, so make sure you stay with us as we continue this next year of Idea Wichita Falls.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for tuning into Inside Texoma. Get those business ideas ready, because Idea Wichita Falls is back in session. Have a great Sunday.